And that freedom can only be expressed by your own consciousness, not mine, not any of the people who help you go through this gateway process. It comes from your own actions.
Everything you know about reality is nothing but a carefully constructed illusion. The world you see, the life you live, and the decisions you make aren't entirely your own, but are shaped by forces you can't even begin to comprehend. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's science, spirituality, and government research colliding in ways that will change how you see existence itself. The CIA, the agency known for covert operations and hidden agendas, has spent decades exploring a secret method to understand and manipulate reality, the gateway process. This isn't just about spying or intelligence gathering, it's about accessing the very fabric of consciousness. By the end of this video, you'll understand how ancient teachings, modern science, and the untapped power of your mind reveal a deeper truth about the world, that reality isn't fixed, but something you have the power to shape. Reality is not what it seems. For centuries, ancient spiritual teachings have hinted at a profound truth, that the physical world is merely a shadow, a projection of something far deeper and more interconnected. And now, modern science is beginning to catch up, confirming ideas that were once dismissed as mystical nonsense. Quantum physics has opened a door we can't close, revealing that the universe operates on principles far stranger than we ever imagined. At the heart of it all is consciousness. In quantum experiments, particles don't behave predictably until they're observed. This phenomenon, known as the observer effect, suggests that consciousness itself plays an active role in shaping matter. Think about that for a moment. Your mind might not just experience reality, it might actually create it. This idea isn't new. Hermetic teachings from thousands of years ago have said, the all is mind, the universe is mental. What the ancients knew intuitively, science is now proving experimentally. But why does this matter? Because if reality is malleable, then everything you take for granted, your thoughts, your actions, your circumstances, could be influenced in ways you've never considered. The systems around us, from media to education, operate as if reality is fixed, predictable, and unchangeable. That's the lie. It's designed to keep you in a box, focused on rules and limits, rather than the infinite possibilities of your mind. This is why institutions like the CIA became so deeply interested in consciousness, because whoever understands how to shape reality wields unimaginable power. The CIA's gateway process is a prime example of how powerful this knowledge is. Developed by Robert Monroe and his institute, this process involves techniques that synchronize the brain hemispheres using sound frequencies. The result? Altered states of consciousness that allow individuals to explore realities beyond the physical. Imagine unlocking hidden dimensions, manipulating energy, and accessing knowledge that transcends the boundaries of space and time. This is not science fiction, it's documented reality. And here's the thing, not all truths are fit for public consumption. Some knowledge is so transformative, so disruptive, that it has to remain hidden from the mainstream. If you're ready to dig deeper into the CIA's gateway process and the secrets they won't share here, sign up for our free newsletter, Insights Academy. You'll gain access to exclusive insights and receive a copy of the Kybalion, a timeless hermetic guide, for free. Go to the link in the description now. Understanding the interplay between consciousness and reality is just the beginning. If your thoughts can shape outcomes, then the implications are staggering. What role does intention play? How much of your life is the product of subconscious patterns you've never questioned? The idea that your perception influences your reality isn't just theoretical, it's practical. Your thoughts, your energy, and your focus determine the reality you experience. And while this might sound empowering, it also comes with a warning. Someone else can control this too. Those who understand how to shape perception hold the keys to your reality, and the systems in place, from advertising to politics, are engineered to do just that. The next step in this journey is to go deeper into the mechanisms of perception and how consciousness can be separated from the body itself. Out-of-body experiences, long considered mystical or paranormal, may hold the key to understanding what lies beyond the physical. Because if reality is an illusion, then what happens when you step outside it? If reality is an illusion shaped by consciousness, then the ability to step outside the physical body changes everything. Out-of-body experiences, OBEs, are not the stuff of fantasy or fiction. They are a documented phenomenon, studied for decades by researchers, scientists, and even intelligence agencies. At the forefront of this exploration was Robert Monroe, whose work at the Monroe Institute uncovered methods to induce these extraordinary states of awareness. And while most people dismiss OBEs as dreams or hallucinations, Monroe's research suggests they are something far more profound, a gateway to hidden dimensions of reality. So what exactly is an out-of-body experience? It's a state where your consciousness detaches from your physical body and explores realms that are untethered from the material world. These experiences often occur naturally during deep sleep, in the delta brainwave state, when the conscious mind is quiet and the subconscious takes the wheel. Even if you don't remember them, you've likely experienced OBEs without realizing it. That strange sensation of floating during sleep or waking up with the vivid memory of visiting a place you've never seen. These could be glimpses into a larger, hidden reality. The Monroe Institute developed specific techniques to deliberately induce OBEs, using sound frequencies to synchronize the brain hemispheres and guide individuals into altered states. Known as hemisync, this process allows the mind to bypass the filters of the physical senses and connect directly with a broader field of consciousness. Participants report traveling to other dimensions, communicating with non-physical entities, and gaining insights that defy explanation. These experiences challenge everything we know about the limits of the human mind and suggest that the self is not confined to the body. Why was the CIA so interested in this? Because OBEs offered something unprecedented, the ability to access information beyond physical boundaries. This led to the CIA's infamous experiments with remote viewing, a practice where individuals use their minds to perceive distant locations and events. It sounds like science fiction, but declassified documents reveal just how seriously the government took this. They weren't chasing fantasies, they were unlocking the secrets of consciousness to gain a strategic edge. But OBEs aren't just about espionage or exploring alternate dimensions. They're a profound reminder that your consciousness is not limited by the physical world. If you can step outside your body, what else can you step outside of? Could it be that the limitations you perceive in your life, your fears, your doubts, your struggles, are just another illusion? Monroe believed that OBEs weren't an escape, but an opportunity, a chance to understand the nature of reality, connect with your true self, and break free from the constraints of material existence. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. The patterns revealed through OBEs align with ancient spiritual teachings. Cultures around the world have described similar experiences for centuries, traveling shamans, lucid dreamers, and yogis entering deep, meditative states. They all point to a universal truth. The physical world is only part of the equation. What lies beyond is a vast, interconnected reality that transcends time and space. For you, this might feel like a distant or abstract concept, but the truth is, the tools to explore these states are available to anyone willing to learn. Meditation, breathwork, and intentional visualization can all serve as doorways to these altered states of awareness. The question isn't whether this is possible. It's whether you're ready to explore what lies beyond the limits of the physical. As we delve deeper, you'll see how the gateway process takes these concepts to another level entirely. It's not just about leaving the body, it's about unlocking the full power of your consciousness and discovering how the mind itself can reshape reality. Because if the CIA was willing to spend decades studying this, you can be sure that the implications go far beyond what we've been told. Reality, as we'll see, is much more than it appears. The gateway process isn't just a fascinating experiment, it's a blueprint for unlocking the full potential of the human mind. Developed by Robert Monroe and later studied extensively by the CIA, this method combines ancient wisdom and modern science to access states of consciousness that most people can't even imagine. The implications are staggering, exploring alternate dimensions, remote viewing, and even co-creating reality itself. If this process sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, that's because the truth is stranger than fiction. At its core, the gateway process uses a technique called hemispheric synchronization, or hemisync. It involves sound frequencies designed to bring both sides of the brain into perfect harmony, creating a unified state of awareness. Think of your brain as a vast supercomputer, with each hemisphere handling different functions. Normally, they work independently, but when synchronized, the result is something extraordinary, a state of consciousness where the mind transcends the physical world. In these heightened states, participants report sensations that defy explanation. Out-of-body experiences, profound insights, and a sense of connection to something far greater than themselves. It's as if the barriers of time, space, and individuality dissolve, revealing a reality that is deeply interconnected and full of potential. The CIA recognized this power and sought to harness it for intelligence purposes. Remote viewing, for example, allowed trained individuals to perceive information about distant locations or events without ever leaving a room. The declassified gateway documents reveal just how seriously this was taken, with detailed instructions for achieving these altered states and using them for practical applications. But the gateway process isn't just about espionage or military advantage. It's about exploring the true nature of reality and the limitless potential of the human mind. The process aligns with ancient practices like meditation, chanting, and breathwork, which have been used for centuries to access higher states of awareness. The difference is that Monroe's techniques apply a scientific approach, blending these ancient ideas with modern tools like sound frequencies to achieve results more reliably and efficiently. What makes the gateway process so transformative is its ability to expand consciousness. Participants describe a feeling of stepping into a larger version of themselves, where their thoughts and intentions have a tangible impact on the world around them. This isn't just a metaphysical idea, it's supported by science. Studies in neuroscience and quantum physics show that the mind has profound effects on physical reality. From the placebo effect to the observer effect in quantum mechanics, the evidence is clear: consciousness matters. The gateway process taps into this understanding, showing that reality is not as fixed as it seems. Through practice, participants learn to focus their intentions, visualize outcomes, and align their energy with their goals. It's a process of co-creation, where thoughts and emotions shape the reality we experience. And this is where the implications become personal. If the gateway process can unlock this potential for intelligence agents, what could it do for you? Imagine using these techniques to improve your decision-making, reduce stress, and gain clarity about your life's direction. The tools to unlock your potential are already within you. The gateway process is simply a method for accessing them. And while the CIA's interest in these techniques raises questions about their motives, it also underscores their validity. If these ideas were useless or unproven, Why would an intelligence agency invest so much time and effort into them? But there's a reason why this knowledge isn't widely taught. If people understood how much power they truly have, the systems that rely on control and compliance would begin to crumble. That's why the gateway process and other tools for expanding consciousness remain hidden from mainstream education and media. They represent freedom from the illusion of limitation and the ability to shape your own reality. As we continue, we'll explore just how deeply consciousness and reality are intertwined. The gateway process isn't just about expanding your awareness, it's about understanding how your mind interacts with the world on a fundamental level. This knowledge has the power to transform not only your perception of reality, but the reality itself. And as we'll see, science and spirituality are converging to reveal truths that are far more powerful than the systems of control want you to believe. Reality doesn't just happen to you, it responds to you. This isn't wishful thinking or abstract philosophy. It's a principle backed by both ancient wisdom and cutting-edge quantum physics. At the core of this idea is the observer effect, a phenomenon that challenges everything we thought we knew about the physical world. When scientists discovered that simply observing a particle could change its behavior, it shook the foundation of science and pointed to a deeper truth. Consciousness and reality are inseparable. Here's how it works. In the realm of quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning they're in multiple states at once. But the moment they're observed, they collapse into a single state. This suggests that observation, or more specifically, consciousness, plays a fundamental role in shaping the physical world. It raises a profound question. If consciousness can influence particles, what else can it influence? Your life, your circumstances, reality itself? This concept isn't just theoretical. Experiments have shown that human intention can produce measurable effects on physical systems. For example, studies involving random number generators, a device designed to produce completely unpredictable sequences, have demonstrated that focused human intention can skew the outcomes. Similarly, the placebo effect in medicine highlights how belief and expectation can create tangible physical changes in the body. These phenomena are a testament to the power of consciousness to influence the material world. But this isn't a new revelation. Ancient spiritual traditions have been teaching these principles for centuries. The Hermetic philosophy, encapsulated in the phrase, "as above, so below, as within, so without," reflects the idea that the inner workings of the mind are mirrored in the external world. Practices like meditation, visualization, and intention setting are tools for aligning your energy with the outcomes you desire, effectively co-creating your reality. And now, science is beginning to confirm what mystics have known all along. Your mind is not just a passive observer, it's an active participant. The implications are staggering. If reality responds to consciousness, then the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you cultivate aren't just personal, they're creative. This doesn't mean you can magically manifest a new life overnight, but it does mean that your mindset plays a far greater role in shaping your experiences than society wants you to believe. And here's where the systems of control come into play. From the moment you're born, you're taught that reality is fixed and unchangeable. You're conditioned to believe that your circumstances are determined by forces outside your control: luck, genetics, or societal systems. This narrative keeps you in a state of powerlessness, focusing on external obstacles instead of your internal potential. But if reality responds to consciousness, then the opposite is true. The power to change your life is within you, and it starts with how you think, feel, and perceive the world. The CIA's gateway process taps directly into this principle. By synchronizing the brain hemispheres and entering heightened states of consciousness, participants can access a deeper layer of reality where intention becomes a powerful tool. Remote viewing, for example, is not just about perceiving distant places. It's about focusing the mind so intensely that distance and time become irrelevant. This is consciousness in action, proving that the limits we take for granted are illusions. But while the gateway process explores these ideas in structured ways, they're not exclusive to secret government programs. You don't need specialized training or equipment to begin influencing your reality. Simple practices like mindfulness, meditation, and visualization can have profound effects when done consistently. The key is to understand that your thoughts and intentions carry energy, and that energy shapes the world around you. Still, there's a catch. If your thoughts can shape reality, so can the thoughts of others. And this is where the real battle lies. Those who understand the power of consciousness, whether it's corporations, governments, or media, are constantly shaping the collective reality by controlling the narratives we consume. Every headline, every advertisement, every cultural norm is designed to direct your focus, because where your focus goes, your energy flows. So the question is, who's shaping your reality? Are you consciously creating the life you want, or are you letting someone else do it for you? The observer effect shows us that reality isn't fixed. It's flexible, dynamic, and deeply personal. But if you're not the one shaping it, then someone else is. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how the mind acts as a creative force, demonstrating the practical ways you can take control of your consciousness and start reshaping your reality today. Because if you don't use this power, someone else will. And once you realize how much influence your thoughts and intentions truly have, you'll never look at the world the same way again. The most powerful tool you possess isn't something you can hold in your hands. It's your mind. The way you think, what you focus on, and the intentions you set aren't just mental exercises. They are creative forces that shape the reality you live in. Ancient spiritual teachings have long asserted this truth, but today, science is catching up. Your mind is not merely a passive observer. It's a generator, a sculptor, and a director of your experience. Visualization and intent setting are two of the most direct ways to harness this creative power. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and even patients recovering from illness have demonstrated the effectiveness of these practices. Studies have shown that visualizing a specific outcome activates the same neural pathways as physically performing the action. In other words, your brain doesn't fully distinguish between imagining something and doing it. This principle, combined with the energy behind your intentions, can profoundly impact your life. Take, for example, the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated thoughts and behaviors. When you visualize success, happiness, or healing, you are actively rewiring your brain to align with those outcomes. And when you pair visualization with strong emotion and focused intention, you amplify this effect. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a process grounded in neuroscience and energy dynamics. But how does this work on a larger scale? To understand, we need to step back and examine how reality responds to thought. Every thought carries energy, and that energy interacts with the world around you. Think of your mind as a signal transmitter, sending out frequencies that resonate with similar energies in the external world. When you focus your thoughts and intentions, you create a ripple effect that influences not only your inner state, but the circumstances you attract. This is why practices like meditation and mindfulness are so transformative. They allow you to quiet the mental noise and focus your energy on what truly matters. In a world where distractions are everywhere, social media, 24-hour news cycles, endless advertisements, Your ability to focus is one of your greatest assets. When you learn to direct your energy intentionally, you take back control of your reality. But here's the catch. The systems around you are designed to prevent this. From a young age, you're conditioned to react rather than create. You're taught to believe that success is external, tied to material achievements or the approval of others. And the constant barrage of media and societal expectations keeps your focus scattered, ensuring you remain disconnected from your inner power. Why? Because a distracted mind is easy to control. If you're too busy chasing validation or reacting to fear, you won't have the time or energy to create your own path. The CIA's Gateway process is a fascinating example of how this creative force can be intentionally harnessed. By synchronizing the brain hemispheres and entering altered states, participants can focus their consciousness with laser precision, allowing them to achieve extraordinary results. Whether it's remote viewing, manifesting specific outcomes, or exploring alternate dimensions, the process demonstrates the incredible power of a focused mind. But you don't need government programs or advanced technology to start using these principles in your own life. Simple daily practices can help you tap into your creative potential. Start with visualization. Take a few minutes each day to vividly imagine the life you want to create. Don't just see it, feel it. Engage all your senses. Imagine the sounds, smells, and emotions associated with your goals. The more real it feels in your mind, the more likely it is to manifest in your reality. Pair this with intention setting. Before starting your day, set a clear intention for what you want to accomplish, how you want to feel, or what energy you want to embody. Intentions act as a compass, guiding your thoughts and actions toward alignment with your goals. Over time, you'll notice a shift, not just in your mindset, but in the opportunities and experiences that come your way. And here's something crucial. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies you can align with. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you amplify positive energy and attract more of it into your life. This isn't just spiritual rhetoric. It's backed by studies showing that gratitude improves mental health, increases resilience, and even strengthens the immune system. The mind as a creative force is both empowering and humbling. It reminds you that you are the architect of your life, but also that this power comes with responsibility. Your thoughts, intentions, and energy don't just affect you. They ripple out, influencing the people and environments around you. So the question is, are you using this power intentionally, or are you letting it be shaped by external forces? In the next section, we'll explore how modern science and ancient spirituality converge to reveal even deeper truths about the mind's ability to shape reality. The boundaries between the material and the spiritual are thinner than you've been led to believe. And when you understand how they connect, you unlock the full spectrum of your potential. Reality isn't just something you experience, it's something you co-create. For centuries, science and spirituality were seen as opposites, one grounded in empirical evidence, the other rooted in faith and intuition. But as the boundaries of science expand, we're beginning to see these two seemingly different perspectives merge into a single, unified understanding of reality. This integration reveals something profound. The world isn't just material, and consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain. Instead, reality is an interconnected web of energy, where the physical and the spiritual are inseparable. Modern science has made discoveries that echo ancient spiritual teachings in ways that are impossible to ignore. For example, quantum physics suggests that everything in the universe exists in a state of interconnected potential until observed or measured. This aligns with the ancient Hermetic principle of mentalism, which posits that the universe is a creation of the mind. Similarly, the concept of oneness, central to spiritual traditions like Buddhism and Hinduism, finds a parallel in quantum entanglement, where particles remain connected regardless of distance, as if operating as one entity. But the real magic happens when these ideas stop being theoretical and become practical. Neuroscience, for example, is uncovering how meditation, an ancient spiritual practice, literally rewires the brain. Studies have shown that regular meditation strengthens connections in areas associated with self-awareness, compassion, and emotional regulation. It reduces stress, improves decision-making, and even boosts immune function. What ancient traditions called connecting with the divine or centering the soul, modern science now describes as activating the parasympathetic nervous system or increasing alpha brainwave activity. Different languages, same truth. This convergence also shines a light on the nature of consciousness itself. For most of human history, we've been taught that consciousness is a byproduct of the brain, a fluke of biology that ends when we die. But cutting-edge research in neuroscience and parapsychology challenges this assumption. Phenomena like near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, and the gateway process suggest that consciousness is not confined to the brain. It's a field of energy that interacts with and shapes the physical world. In other words, your mind isn't just something that happens in your head, it's part of a much larger reality. The implications are profound. If consciousness is fundamental to reality, then every thought, every intention, every moment of awareness becomes part of a greater whole. You're not just a passive observer of life, you're a participant, contributing to the unfolding of existence itself. This idea isn't just empowering, it's liberating. It means that the divisions we see between science and spirituality, mind and matter, self and other, are illusions. The deeper truth is unity. Consider the gateway process, which integrates sound frequencies to synchronize the brain hemispheres. This method bridges the gap between ancient practices like chanting and modern tools like binaural beats. By achieving this synchronization, participants enter states of expanded awareness that allow them to access higher dimensions, explore alternate realities, and even interact with non-physical entities. These experiences validate what spiritual seekers have been saying for millennia, that the physical world is just the surface, and there's far more beneath. But why does this matter to you? Because understanding this integration gives you the tools to unlock your potential. When you see science and spirituality as two sides of the same coin, you gain access to a complete picture of how reality works. It's no longer about choosing between logic and intuition, facts and faith. It's about using both to navigate the world with clarity and purpose. Take meditation, for example. Science shows us how it changes the brain, while spirituality teaches us how it connects us to something greater. Together, these perspectives reveal why practices like mindfulness and intention setting are so powerful. They don't just improve your mental health, they align your energy with the flow of the universe. The same applies to visualization, gratitude, and hemispheric synchronization. They're tools that work because they tap into the interconnected nature of reality. This integration also provides clarity about why the systems of control, governments, corporations, and media want to keep you distracted and disconnected. If you understood your true power, if you realized that your thoughts and intentions shape reality, the structures built on fear and conformity would crumble. They rely on division between science and spirituality, self and other, mind and body, to keep you small and compliant. But once you see through these illusions, you begin to reclaim your autonomy. The blending of science and spirituality isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a call to action. It challenges you to live intentionally, to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the reality you want to create. It invites you to see every moment as an opportunity to contribute to the greater whole, to become an active participant in shaping the world. As we move forward, we'll explore the practical applications of these insights. From the gateway process to everyday practices like meditation and gratitude, there are concrete steps you can take to harness this integration in your own life. The systems of control thrive on your disconnection, but the path to freedom lies in reconnecting with yourself, with others, and with the infinite potential of the universe. This isn't just a theory, it's a reality you can experience for yourself, and the next chapter will show you how. The gateway process isn't just a fascinating theory or a CIA experiment locked away in declassified files. It's a practical tool, a method that anyone can use to transform their mental, emotional, and even physical reality. By applying its principles, you can step into a version of yourself that's more aware, more aligned, and ultimately more empowered. The beauty of this process is that it doesn't require advanced technology or government-level resources. The tools are simple: focus, intention, and consistency. At its core, the gateway process revolves around achieving hemispheric synchronization, or what's commonly called whole brain thinking. This state is achieved when the left and right hemispheres of the brain work in perfect harmony, creating a unified state of awareness. Sound frequencies, specifically binaural beats, are used to guide the brain into this state. For instance, if one ear hears a tone at 100 Hz and the other at 104 Hz, the brain processes the difference, 4 Hz, and begins to synchronize to that frequency. This is more than just a technical process, it's a gateway to heightened states of consciousness. So why does this matter? Because when your brain is synchronized, your mind becomes incredibly focused and your energy aligned. This isn't just about achieving a meditative state, it's about opening the door to experiences and capabilities that seem almost superhuman. Participants in the gateway process have reported a range of transformative experiences, from deep emotional healing to remote viewing, and even the ability to perceive other dimensions. These altered states of consciousness are not only liberating, but deeply practical. Let's bring this down to earth. How can you apply these principles in your own life? It starts with small daily practices that align your energy and sharpen your focus. One of the simplest and most effective techniques is deep meditation. By setting aside just 15-20 minutes a day to quiet your mind and tune into your breath, you can begin to train your brain for synchronization. Pair this with binaural beats or other sound frequencies designed to induce specific brainwave states, and you're essentially recreating the gateway process at home. But meditation is just the beginning. Visualization is another key tool that takes these principles and puts them into action. In a relaxed state, visualize a specific outcome you want to manifest. Whether it's a goal, a solution to a problem, or simply a feeling of peace. The more vividly you can picture it, the more powerful the effect. Imagine not just what it looks like, but what it feels like. Engage all your senses. By doing this consistently, you're not just wishing for something, you're aligning your energy with it, making it more likely to manifest in your reality. The gateway process also emphasizes the importance of intention. Before any exercise, set a clear intention for what you want to achieve. Whether it's clarity, healing, or accessing a higher state of consciousness, your intention acts as a guidepost, directing your energy toward a specific outcome. This is where science and spirituality meet. Studies show that focused intention can produce measurable changes. Whether it's in your mental state, or even the physical world around you. Beyond meditation and visualization, there are other ways to integrate gateway techniques into your daily life. Journaling, for instance, can help you clarify your thoughts and intentions. Writing down your goals, reflections, and visualizations reinforces the neural pathways associated with those outcomes. Gratitude practices are equally powerful. By focusing on what you're grateful for, you shift your energy to a higher frequency, making it easier to attract positive experiences. But here's the thing. The gateway process doesn't stop with personal transformation. Its ultimate goal is to expand your awareness of reality itself. As you practice these techniques, you'll begin to notice shifts in how you perceive the world. You may experience moments of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem to confirm your thoughts or intentions. You may find yourself more in tune with your intuition, receiving insights or ideas seemingly out of nowhere. These aren't accidents. They're signs that your consciousness is expanding, connecting with the deeper fabric of reality. What's truly remarkable is how these practices align with both ancient wisdom and modern science. Practices like chanting, breathwork, and deep prayer have been used for centuries to achieve similar results. The gateway process simply provides a structured, scientific framework for achieving what humanity has always known is possible: the ability to transcend limitations and access the full power of the mind. So what does this mean for you? It means that the power to reshape your life is in your hands. You don't need permission from anyone else, and you don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The tools are already available. All that's required is your commitment to use them. Start small. Set aside time for meditation, experiment with binaural beats, and practice visualization with intention. Over time, these small steps will build into profound changes, not just in your perception, but in the reality you experience. As you apply these techniques, remember that you're not just working on yourself. You're connecting with something greater. The systems of control want you to believe that reality is fixed, that you're powerless to change your circumstances. But the truth is, reality is malleable, and your mind is the most powerful tool you have. The gateway process isn't just a method, it's a reminder that you have the ability to create, influence, and shape the world around you. In the next section, we'll explore how to take these practices even further by breaking free from the illusions that keep us trapped. Because while the tools are important, the real transformation happens when you use them to reclaim your life and align with the limitless potential of reality. Everything you've been taught about reality, that it's rigid, predictable, and beyond your control, is a carefully crafted illusion. From birth, you've been conditioned to live within a narrow framework, focused on limitations instead of possibilities. But what if those limitations were never real? What if the boundaries you believe in are nothing more than mental constructs, designed to keep you small, compliant, and predictable? The truth is, breaking free from these illusions isn't just about knowledge. It's about action. It's about reclaiming your mind and reshaping your reality. The systems of control thrive on one thing: your belief in their authority. These systems, from the media you consume to the education you received, have one purpose: to shape your perception of what's possible. And here's the thing: the more they control your perception, the more they control your reality. But once you see through the illusion, you begin to realize that the power to reshape your life has been within you all along. Start by questioning the narratives you've been told. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you believe what you believe? Why certain goals feel more valid than others? Why certain paths in life are glorified while others are dismissed? These narratives aren't organic. They've been implanted woven into the very fabric of society to keep you on a predictable path. But the moment you step back and question them, you loosen their grip on your mind. The next step is to shift your focus. If the mind is a creative force, then where you place your attention becomes critical. The systems around you are designed to scatter your focus, to pull you into endless distractions, fears, and anxieties. But when you take control of your attention, you take control of your reality. Instead of reacting to the world around you, start creating the world you want. Use the tools we've discussed: visualization, intention setting, meditation. These aren't just techniques, they're acts of rebellion against a system that depends on your disconnection. Here's something that will change how you approach life. Most of the limitations you experience aren't external, they're internal. They're the result of subconscious patterns, fears, and doubts that have been reinforced over years, even decades. But just as these patterns were created, they can be undone. Through practices like mindfulness and journaling, you can identify the beliefs that are holding you back and replace them with ones that align with the reality you want to create. Let's talk about energy. Everything in the universe, including your thoughts and emotions, operates on a frequency. When you're stuck in fear, anger, or frustration, your energy vibrates at a lower frequency, attracting experiences that reinforce those emotions. But when you cultivate gratitude, joy, and purpose, you elevate your energy and align with opportunities, people, and circumstances that reflect your higher state. This isn't just spiritual rhetoric, it's the natural law of resonance, like attracts like. The gateway process, with its focus on synchronizing the brain and expanding consciousness, is a powerful way to align your energy with the reality you want. But you don't need to rely solely on sound frequencies or advanced techniques to get started. Simply practicing gratitude each morning, visualizing your goals with intention, or spending a few minutes in mindful stillness can create profound shifts. The key is consistency. These practices work because they train your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. But here's the most important truth. Breaking free from illusions isn't just about individual empowerment. It's about collective transformation. The systems that control us thrive on division. They isolate us, pit us against one another, and make us believe we're alone in our struggles. But when individuals awaken, they inspire others to do the same. Awareness spreads like wildfire, and as more people reclaim their power, the systems of control begin to crumble. This is why connection is so vital. Share what you've learned. Start conversations. Join communities that value growth, authenticity, and truth. Together, we are stronger. Together, we can create a new reality, one that's built on freedom, unity, and possibility. The systems around us may be designed to limit, but the human mind, when empowered, is limitless. If this message resonates with you, don't let it end here. There's more to uncover, more to learn, and more to apply. That's why I invite you to join our free newsletter, Insights Academy. Inside, we go even deeper into knowledge that can't always be shared here. And as a bonus, you'll receive a free copy of the Kybalion, a guide to ancient truths that will help you understand and apply these ideas in your life. Don't miss this opportunity. Go to the link in the description and sign up now. The journey doesn't stop here. As you take these steps to break free, you'll start to notice something incredible. The world will begin to shift in ways you never imagined. The illusions will fall away, and what's left will be a reality of your own making, a life that reflects your highest potential. This isn't just a possibility, it's your birthright, and it begins now. In the final chapter, we'll bring it all together and explore how you can carry this knowledge forward to create lasting transformation. Reality is not what it seems. Everything we've explored, from the malleable nature of the universe to the untapped power of the mind, points to a single, profound truth. You are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. The systems that surround you, the distractions that pull at your focus, and the fears that keep you compliant are all part of the illusion. But here's the good news. Once you see the cage, you can break free. The tools are already within you. Practices like visualization, meditation, and intention setting aren't just abstract concepts. They're keys to reshaping your reality. And the CIA's Gateway process is proof of this. If one of the most secretive agencies in the world invested decades into studying consciousness, doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that validate the immense potential locked inside you? But here's the thing. Knowledge alone isn't enough. Understanding these concepts is only the first step. The real transformation happens when you apply them, when you take conscious control of your thoughts, align your energy with your goals, and challenge the narratives that have kept you limited. You step into a life that's entirely your own. The world begins to shift, not because it changes, but because you do. Reality is malleable, and your mind is the most powerful tool for shaping it. But let's be honest, breaking free isn't easy. It requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to question everything you thought you knew. It's a path that not everyone will take, but for those who do, the rewards are limitless. Imagine living a life where your thoughts aren't dictated by fear or external pressure, but by your true desires and purpose. Imagine a reality where you're not just surviving, but thriving, co-creating your existence with intention and clarity. As you move forward, remember this. Reality isn't something that happens to you, it's something you shape. Every thought, every intention, every action contributes to the life you're creating. The question is, are you creating intentionally or unconsciously? The systems around you want to keep you asleep, but now you know better. Now you have the tools to wake up and take control. And speaking of taking control, there's one more thing you need to know. What we've discussed here is just the beginning. If you truly want to connect the dots and uncover the bigger picture, you need to take the next step. Click on the video you see right here. It holds the key to understanding what's really going on behind the scenes and will help you take everything you've learned to the next level. If this video resonated with you, let us know by commenting, "I understood it." Together, we're peeling back the layers of illusion, one step at a time. This is your journey, your awakening, and your moment to create a reality that's truly your own.